listening to alltalkradio.net.
The following program may contain language of an adult nature. Listener discretion is advised.
Views and opinions expressed on the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of alltalkradio.net.
It's the afternoon and you're just getting out of bed? Boy, you're in luck. We've got the show for you, Waking Up in Vegas. Now here's your host, Tiffany Masters.
Good morning, or should I say good afternoon to some of us. It's a morning to us. Hello, everyone, and welcome back again. Today, I'm very excited. I have Miss Shannon Kelly in the house. Woo-hoo!
Hello, everyone.
I am so excited to have her here. We are going to talk about the NYC It Girl.
Yes.
And we have a very special guest with us today with Life Science Health Clinic. So we've got lots of questions about testosterone and sex and libido and weight loss and beauty treatments and sex and testosterone and hopefully more sex in this town.
That's what it's all about.
It's very informational because I had no idea that men start losing their libido in their 20s. And because of everything that's happening today with our food and everything that we're eating, there's so many hormones that you're losing your sex drive even more.
That's scary.
Right, George?
Very scary.
Hell, I don't know where mine's at.
It's called marriage.
That'll do it.
Sorry, wifey out there. We can still giggle with that right now, but I'm sure if I was married, I'd be in the same situation. So, yeah. Anyway, we're going to find out the issues with that and the answers that can help us out. So, in a moment, we're going to have Zishan call in. But I'd like for you to introduce yourself. Everyone obviously knows, she was Miss Vegas and then moved to Manhattan in New York City.
Yes, I have quite an interesting story. I lived in Vegas for about 6.5 years. Had the time of my life here. Moved here, fun, money, partying, traveling, college, everything. Loved it, lived it, met my bestie. And now I decided that I just needed to pull the plug and I wanted a challenge and I wanted something different.
And
I wanted to be closer to my family.
True.
And,
which is in Philly. Shout out.
Right. And
You're from Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania.
I'm from Pennsylvania.
Oh, small world.
Good people are from
PA
Pennsylvania.
all the way. PA all the way.
I met some really, really good people from there, for sure.
And now I reside in Manhattan. I still can't really believe it, but it's definitely a wake-up call for me. And I literally was bitch-slapped in the face with reality.
Because, being in Las Vegas, we are spoiled.
Very.
Very spoiled.
And I miss it. I miss it so much.
What do you miss the most about Las Vegas?
Just the easy life, clearly the money. The money, I will say, number one. The easy, just laid back, kick back lifestyle,
They pull up into valet.
Everything's taken care of. Your bags.
No shoveling snow.
Never have to worry about anything, I miss it. So you really don't realize how much you miss the little things when they're taken away from you. Just washing clothes, for example. I don't have a washing machine and dryer in New York, and that's just a process to do that. And
you live like on the 6th floor.
I do.
Big high rise.
I'm living in the 19th century.
No elevator either.
I don't know. I've definitely downgraded, but
I wouldn't say that. She lives on Bleecker and Perry, y'all. If you've watched Sex in the City, you'll know what I'm talking about.
It's a minor downgrade, but only to upgrade later on.
What are you doing while you're back here this week? Thanks for coming in, by the way.
So thank you for having me. I am here working the SALT convention, SALT conference. SALT is one of the most prestigious conferences within kind of the investor hedge fund financial world. And there's a lot of big high net worth people that are here discussing the economy, trends in the economy, and kind of all of that corporate stuff.
Now, what is the NYC It Girl? We're going to introduce you, and then we're going to bring Zishan on, but then we're going to go back and talk a little bit more on how we can have an It Girl in our life. What is the NYC It Girl doing out here for the SALT convention?
So the NYC It Girl is here cultivating new business. So I'm kind of recruiting clients for one of my clients. So I'm
Networker.
Networking. I'm a serial networker. That's what I do.
Like a killer. That's pretty hot, huh?
I'm the It Girl who has it. And having it determines if you're worth the investment of time and money.
Ooh. nice.
Interesting, right?
It is.
If you think about it, it really is.
So it's more than the fashion, because you really, I was a little nervous coming on the show today. By the way, P.S. I have traveled to many, many, many continents with this woman that travels with 6 suitcases, one for each country we go to. And she's all about the fashion. So an It Girl is not just the networking, but you really play the part of it, like you are.
You kind of do it all. You have the whole package. Not to sound overconfident or conceited, but you have the whole package. You have beauty, you have brains, you have a college degree, you can talk, you have that appeal, you have a presence.
Well, when you're representing a corporate company, that's extremely important, especially if they're publicly traded in a city like you're in, they're in Wall Street. You do have to be it all. They are relying on you to sell their business.
Exactly. I'm technically an extension of their brand for the day, the 2 days, or whatever they decide.
You're a one hot extension.
Thank you.
Do you want this for all talk? We could be your extension. All right, we are just waiting for Zishan to call in here in a few minutes. Let me tell you a little bit more about the Life Science Health Center. I went in and I had some blood levels drawn, and we're checking into testosterone, estrogen levels, and different things, and he's going to give us some more information about that. Have you gone to the Botox yet?
I have not.
But you always say...
But I will.
You always say you go first,
You go
Tiffany.
first. Tiffany's my guinea pig. Always has, always will be. And I said, anything that I ever want to get done...
She doesn't mean with men either, guys, okay? She didn't say you go first and let me know how it is.
She has all the answers. You have all the answers. So if I need anything done,
it's trial and error. It's trial and error. And I was doing a libido patch that I had put on one of my shows. Remember, you stick it on your butt? Remember that, George?
I do remember that.
I didn't
How was
quite
it going?
Well, it just, it didn't work for me.
All right. But I do notice that the little duck things there seem to be working fine.
You think so?
Actually, yeah, I do. Because like I said, I see you every week. So your skin is looking...
So this is month 2.
I honestly
I've done an entire thing. You take one of these and you put it in juice on an empty stomach like 2 hours after you eat before you go to bed, because your skin cells actually repair while you're sleeping. Sleep is extremely important. So you take this and you put it in, and it's got, it's free dry duck cells, which is embryonic stem cells for y'all that don't know, vitamins, minerals, all kinds of vital nutrients that we are lacking because of the produce that we're out buying every day has been our soil has been used over and over and over and over and over again, or washed out into the sea, where we're losing those nutrients. And that's what's put in our vegetables that we're taking today. So I've been doing this now for 31 days. And I got to say, some of the products that I didn't believe in, I just told you the libido patch, still no boom boom in the bedroom, if you know what I'm saying. None. Not even interest. I faked it all the way. Oh, you're so hot. Oh, my God, you're so big and strong.
We all fake orgasms, unfortunately. Men don't believe it, but
we do.
We do.
So taking this, though, I still have 2 more months to go. So this is just 30 days on it, and it takes 2 weeks to get into your system. And it's starting to I'm really seeing it.
I can see it. Big time.
And you've said before you didn't see it before, and now I think in the past 14 days, it's really making. And I don't use as much makeup. My hair, holy shit! My nails,
growing.
1 week, like everything.
It's kind of like human growth hormone, kind of.
It's repairing our cells that were damaged from all the college years I did with you, rock star. From stage diving with what was that? Pink Panther? No,
Steel Panther.
Steel Panther.
Pink Panther.
That's what they called her that night.
Shout out to Steel Panther.
All those crazy nights of partying and rock starring in Vegas and LA and around the world. I've done a lot of cell damage, and it repairs the cells to come back. So it's not age. It's kind of an age reversal, because I'm just repairing like a big womb. That's my our largest organ is our skin. So I'm starting to see it. And now get to the liver, ducky cells. Please get to the liver soon.
And I don't think you've grown any feathers. I don't think there's really any adverse side effects, right?
I'm still not shaking my tail feather yet. No shaking the tail feather. But we'll see. I'm all about, because we've done so many shows about sexual awareness for men and women. And my curiosity is what's going on with men and their testosterone and women's estrogen, and what makes you horny, and why can a woman take something? Will it help? Because I've taken these libido patches from other companies, and I've tried these other creams and everything, and I'm still more like asexual. You've known me for years around the world. I mean, we have been in Spain. There was one hot sailor.
The whole time we traveled, I don't really remember seeing one hot guy, except for him, unfortunately.
Yeah. Never. God, Shannon. Shannon and I would be traveling, and they put us in the honeymoon suite.
Yep.
Everywhere we went.
Technically, we were.
And when you're in Bangkok and you're hoping to get one of those happy ending massages, the last thing you want is your best friend coming in and sitting in the bed next to you. You're like, damn, I thought I had a chance. Nope, there's my bestie. So we've got Zishan calling in this afternoon. I am so excited that he is with us today. He's going to be able to answer all these questions. And I'd love to start off with the HCG that I have started. And what the benefits are of it, because you've done that too.
I have, but I wonder, are there any, what's the word I'm looking for? Like consequences from doing it, so to speak.
Ooh,
or like,
good question to have today.
After I've done it, after you've done it.
You gain it
How
back.
long is it in
That's
your-
the biggest consequence. Hello, Zishan. This is Tiffany Masters and Shannon Kelly. How are you doing?
I'm doing quite well. How are you guys doing?
Great. Can you give us a little bit of a bio of yourself, just to let our listeners know more about you?
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
crow a little bit about your yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Graduated from medical school back in 2011. Working on my boards. Got a couple of certificates of distinction in Stanford School of Medicine, Harvard School of Medicine. So, and I've been writing a book actually on HCG, one of the topics that we're going to be talking about. So if you actually go to our website, you'll be able to download the book that's going to be published soon. So
Really?
like
So
you said,
Harvard,
I'm a
Stanford.
product of the actual treatment. So there's a lot going on in the medical field right now that people aren't privy to, that the new generation of doctors coming out actually are studying that the old school doctors don't know anything about.
Because you're 33 and you're hot.
Well, thank you. I
Yes, he
appreciate the
is. He's a
compliment.
very good-looking guy, and exactly, he's with the New Times. He's not.
I can't see him, unfortunately.
Well, we've got a website here. Unfortunately, I'm not pimping him out yet, but I'm definitely wanting to promote all the services that you have. So let's get cracking, because Shannon and I have lots of questions for you today, and
Let's knock them out.
we're going to start with HCG, and it's great to know that you're writing a book on this. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
When are we going to be able to download this?
Actually, there's a PDF version. It's about 60 some odd pages. It's online right now. It's kind of the sneak preview. Not everything is in there. It's not completely broken down into chapters. There's a lot more medical stuff that we're working on that I need to get done in there, but it's a great read as of right now. I mean, we hand it to all of our patients. It's kind of the guideline that we use. So you can download it on our website. It's
Okay,
called
great.
The Life Science Guide to HCG.
It's lifesciencehealthcenter.com.
Correct.
Yes, go to lifesciencehealthcenter.com, and you'll see all kinds of information. I think my first question to you would be, what's the difference with HCG in men and women?
Good question.
Well, typically, HCG, I'll start from the beginning. I guess HCG, people really don't know what it is. It's actually the human chorionic gonadotropin. It's actually a hormone that women produce. So when you deal with the hormone in women versus men, obviously there's going to be certain hormones that women produce that are going to counteract the efficacy of HCG, whereas guys don't produce it, i.e. estrogen, progesterone. So when women go on a cycle, or if they have any type of fluctuation in any of their hormones, it's going to decrease the efficacy of HCG and how much you're going to lose. So typically the difference between male and female, males will lose more because we don't have the HCG in us. However, we don't have the estrogen and progesterone at the level that women do, but the...
Yes? Hello? You there? I was all like getting hot and bothered, and I'm like, but we don't have the what? Can I get a what? I think we just lost him there. I love that kind of it's a tease. They also say taking HCG can actually increase your libido as well, I read. Until we get Zishan to call us back right here. Looks like we lost a connection. I believe he's calling in from Texas. That's why he didn't exactly wake up in Vegas. Shannon, we've got some more questions coming in. Hello. Here we are. Is he back? Okay, so back to us. It's all about us. How did you like HCG? This is the third time I'm taking it now.
It was like a 500. I starved myself, basically. But I loved the outcome and the result,
also had
of course.
food delivered to your house.
Yes. And that was, it was disgusting.
It's terrible?
Yeah, it was terrible.
I'm going to go buy those miracle noodles today. Did you ever try that? Zero
No.
carbs, 0 calories, gluten-free, everything. And so you can make it's kind of like a faux,
Right.
or you can make it like a noodle, whatever, Thai, and there's 0 carbs, 0 calories. So I'm going to
The
start.
scary thing with HCG though is you know after you're starving yourself and you're depleting yourself of all these calories that you're used to eating and carbs, once you're done and you're through with your cycle, eventually you're gonna like binge again, and then you're just gonna put it off the
Zishan,
weight
do
all
you have
back
any
on
comments?
again.
on
Yes,
this.
I'm back. I heard that actually, and actually contrary to what you were saying, if you don't mind me saying, what you're doing with the HCG, you're not actually starving yourself. Now, if I were to not take HCG and do 500 calories, absolutely, I'm starving myself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the recommended caloric intake is about 2,000 calories. However, what HCG does is it releases the visceral fat. It releases so much fat that you're actually gaining 2,000 to 4,000 calories of your own fat. So you're burning that off. That's why most people aren't even hungry. It's very hard for most of the patients to actually hit 500 calories. And it affects
After
the
a while,
side
though,
effects.
right? Because I think the first few days, you're just so used to, especially I'm an emotional eater. And I'm always used to putting something and crunching in my mouth. I said crunching. I didn't say something. I said crunching in my mouth.
I was going to jump on that one, but it caught it.
I point it over to Georgia, yo. Obviously, I need Zishan because I need something more in my mouth. So
There you go. Well, I'm on my way back to Vegas.
which I understand. It's also, eating is a habit.
Right.
We're constantly. I know, Shannon.
I love to eat.
Shannon. Everywhere we go, all over the world, we look over and I'm like, seriously, I don't think there's a moment that you're not eating something. Sunflower seeds, pretzels, something off the streets, a hot dog. You find it, you will eat it.
So I had a problem with the HCG, but I did enjoy the results afterwards. I did look amazing. But then it's like it lasts, I feel like, for, as long as you can continue a good diet for until you binge again. And then I feel like it's kind of like starting the process all over again.
Well, I think that's with any type of diet.
Absolutely.
Yeah, from my experience.
You kind of hit the nail on the head. The whole idea behind any type of a program, whether it be HCG, whether it be weight loss, whether it be nutrition, or whether it be, the idea is you're going to have to change your lifestyle.
Right.
And that's where people, from emotional eating to eating unhealthy to making excuses, saying, hey, you know what, I've got 2 jobs and 3 kids and, I just don't have time. Well, there's somebody that's got it pretty much worse than you out there that still makes it happen. So ultimately, it's up to you to change your life. And that's where I've been successful.
There's a question for you, Zishan, asking if you recommend doing anything along with the HCG to help.
That's a good question. A lot of our patients always ask whether we want to do a combination regimen with HCG. Sometimes if they're having issues with their hunger, we will recommend, an appetite suppressant, i.e. phentermine. I'm opposed to it because it still is an amphetamine, and it does take a toll on the heart, and you've got to do constant monitoring. Nowadays, we have to have our patients get their EKGs done, so on and so forth. So it is more of a hassle, but if you actually do the diet properly, or if you learn these other products that I've put in my book, you'll see that, you'll see that there's things out there like Miracle Noodles or Walden Farms, so on and so forth, that have, no carbs, no calories, 0 fat, 0 sugars, and all that good stuff, and you can still make a decent meal out of it.
So I'm going to repeat what you were
knowledge.
saying earlier, Zishan, because what you were saying before we got cut off is so important. What we're taking, HCG, actually releases over 2,000 calories of our own stored body fat that it's eating. So we're not starving ourselves, everyone. If I hear it one more time from somebody on my Facebook or something in social media saying, go to the gym, do cardio, come on. It's about the stored baby fat that I had. I'm 42 years old, and it's hard looking like I do and live the lifestyle that I do right now. You don't have time to go live, 4 hours in the gym every day, 5 days out of the week, like a lot of these people do. So this is my choice, and it's a lot of people's. It's harder to lose when you're older, period.
Right.
Because your metabolism slows down. So by going to see Sean and getting these shots that do this, which don't hurt, by the way, y'all, they're so tiny. It's one tiny little prick every morning, combined with folic acid and B12 that they gave me, which speeds up my energy, and it's burning stored fat that I could not get to before. Right?
Correct. I mean, there's a lot more to weight loss than what's out there. I mean, like I said, in my book, you'll see that I've actually patented a triad of a treatment. And what people don't realize is that it's not just about taking, something that's going to release the fat. There's a metabolism, and then there's also the major organs that are involved in weight loss, which is going to be your liver and your intestines. And most people don't even realize that they haven't actually detoxed those two organs. And there's natural ways of doing that. But your cytoskeleton and all your cells, especially in those two organs, that's what holds all the toxins and fats. And if you don't detox them, it's kind of like using the restroom in a clogged toilet. Nothing's going anywhere.
So would you recommend like the Master Cleanse with this?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
And yeah, absolutely. If you do, I mean, there's a lot of different products that are out there. I mean, not necessarily stuff that, I'm not even trying to, plug my own stuff, but there's stuff on Amazon and stuff like that you can get for dirt cheap, but it's a great natural way of losing or actually detoxing those organs.
Why can't you drink on HCG?
Well, anytime you drink, you're going to convert. It's going to be strictly sugar, right? So sugar is going to convert to fat.
Gotcha,
so that's
right.
kind of the idea behind it.
Gotcha.
And in general, I mean, when we're trying to promote, a healthy period of time, that you're going to do this whole weight loss, we kind of want to stay away from anything. People ask me about diet sodas and, just little things here and there. And I'm like, no, you know what? Let's just stay away from everything.
So basically, it just forces you to eat healthier and live a healthier
Absolutely.
lifestyle.
And the biggest thing about it, and most people what they'll learn is they'll learn that they'll shop around the edge of the grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
You'll hit the produce, the dairy,
never
the
hit
meat.
the middle.
You're not exactly. You never hit the middle, and then a lot
It's
of
all
people
about the rim job. So I'm going to jump from HCG to a couple other topics because we don't have all day with you, which it sounds like we could sit here and like spend a lifetime with you and have you back again to talk more and more and more. Everyone that's listening right now, they are located right next to Light Group headquarters, which is on Post and Rainbow. And you'll be able to go in there, and he's offering for us in the industry complimentary B12 shots on Wednesdays, hump day, 3 to 7. Phone number is 702-518-4424. Am I correct?
Correct. That is absolutely correct.
All right, now let's get into the topic that I'm wanting to know about. Tell me more about this libido. How can we do now? Can you go back, and I'm going to let you talk for like 5 minutes to explain to all of our listeners, please, especially the men, how libido is decreasing in their 20s and because of the way that we're living in today's society, and why?
Absolutely. Well, I mean, as you know, just the lifespan in general of humans is increased. So if you were to go back in time, take away just the fact that we have all these processed foods and all these animals that are being injected with hormones and anti-anxiolytics and all these different chemicals that are affecting us in general, if you just go back and just use common sense, the average lifespan used to be to like about 50. Well, people would peak on their testosterone levels about 25, about the midway point. But now we're living to like 70, 80. So now when you hit 25, but we have so much more life left in us. So as our testosterone levels decrease about on average 3% from time you're about 25 to 27. So you're going to end up losing not only your testosterone is going to directly affect your libido, your stamina, your mental acuity. It's going to affect your energy levels. It's going to affect your body mass, your muscle mass, and your fat percentage. So there's a lot of benefit that comes from testosterone, but just in society today, because of all the different chemicals and hormones that we ingest and lifestyle that we've, lack of exercise, death, so on and so forth, that are naturally our testosterone levels are starting to decrease, and now they're finding that if we inject a free version, which is the active metabolite, then that's where we get the benefit from it.
Well, I'm sold. Why is it that okay, so we're saying that about men. What about women? And isn't it sad that I have to ask that? I didn't know women even had a libido. Not libido, testosterone. I thought we had estrogen.
Mm-hmm.
No, and it is true. I mean, obviously the predominant hormone in females is going to be estrogen versus where it's testosterone. But women do have testosterone levels, especially when you're talking about libido. people don't realize that the actual testosterone levels in females can affect their libidos. So when we do blood work and we figure out all that different stuff, then we can determine, based on your signs and symptoms, of course, and it differs patient to patient, but we look at their testosterone levels and we can see, what type of a level we can inject them with and or topically, administer. But I prefer the injections, but we can adjust that level and help their libido.
And it says right here, testosterone shots are only $25 a shot. Look, injections,
Yep.
$25. This is amazing. Why aren't we doing that? We need that help, especially in our industry.
Yeah, I just think people don't know,
Yeah, it's
They
all
don't
about
know.
the information. What else would you recommend to build up? It seems like every show, ask George, every show always results back into sex with me. We've always got our dating personnel on here or something. And I mean, that's what makes our world go round, literally, is sex. What else can we do that life science has to offer to help us with libido in our sex life?
Well,
I know you have an
one of the biggest,
OBGYN in there. That's got to be
yes,
something good.
we do. Actually, one of my nurse practitioners, Renee, she's phenomenal, and she actually specializes in women's health. And she can absolutely meet with any female, make sure she can get, all the gynecological exams done, whether it be, from your regular pap smear to libido issues and anything in between. So definitely come and speak with Renee. She's phenomenal. I'm sure you've shared your experience with her.
She's
on air
funny.
as
She
well.
walked on fire. I love her. She's this little thing that walked on fire. I love her so much. So they take at this the Life Science Health Center there if you have insurance or not. They're really, really wanting to reach out to us in the industry that may be independent contractors that don't have health insurance. You can go in there and get your pap
I think
smear.
that's genius.
And, and check to make sure that
Right.
there are no abnormal cells for women. Or if you have other female problems, bladder infections, or all, what all do you do there?
Yeah, I mean, everything. We can do literally from family medicine all the way to your alternative medicine, which is your hormone replacement, anti-aging, weight loss. I mean, we have everything at the clinic. So
The
especially when it comes to
Botox,
females,
the
and
fillers.
especially in the industry. I mean, who's kidding who? Come in and get your STDs checked. I mean, we're having a good time out in Vegas, right? So
Come get your STDs checked this Saturday. It's Saturday
might as
STD
well,
day.
right? If you're gonna have fun, do it right. So.
That's technically Saturday, the abbreviation it could be.
Did they get a discount if they show up with more than one STD?
You know what? The more that you have, the cheaper it gets. So, I mean, that's just because we're kind of envious. We're like, whoa.
Well,
what did
you've
you
been
get into
getting
last
some.
night?
You obviously haven't been sleeping with Tiffany.
Thank God I get it for free.
That is funny. So you also have here about your liver. What type of hello? This is called Waking Up in Vegas. What kind of treatments do you have for your liver? It says liver, intestinal cleanse, and
And it's
detoxification.
actually funny that you say that. I mean, being in, pretty much in Vegas for 33 years of my life, it's I've gotten used to the whole nightlife, and then being in medicine, you kind of figure out all these little cures and little, pre-things to get you going. We actually have a couple of different things at the clinic. We have this thing called a Myers cocktail shot. It's kind of like a little hangover type cure. It's not the IV, but it's an injection of multivitamins, thiamine, things of that nature that actually help you.
Could you actually promote this as a hangover? Could you
What's
promote
that?
it as a hangover cure as well?
It is. It's just one injection. It's not the IV, the typical IV.
Nice. So this pushes this through. We just had
But we do an injectable.
in the butt. We're losing him again. Okay, so I'm assuming this injectable is obviously in a needle in the ass, which, let me tell you all a little story right here. It was kind of funny. I went in there and I almost fainted. And then when I went back in again, they had a smaller needle for me. So they really do cater. They cater to your, and P.S., oh my God, their nurse there is so hot. That does the fillers and the, you want to go somebody that's attractive to do your lips and your Botox and
And that
everything.
looks good, because then if she doesn't look good, then you
And I'm like,
don't.
you can poke me all day long.
Right.
She was so sexy, and she's like very healthy. And Terry was on the show with Jeremy Womack one day.
Yeah, she was. As a matter of fact, yeah.
Sexy girl. Let me know when he's
Yeah,
back.
he's here.
Hi, Sean. See, Sean? You there?
Maybe he's not. He said he's on the line here. Is he Sean?
Okay. Well, we'll keep on talking.
Stanford boy. He's
So,
very intelligent.
do you know anyone that you want to go put on testosterone? I'm doing it. I am going to do it. The libido shots did not work for me. And so I'm getting blood work done. I think they do some type of a mouth swab to check your estrogen and your testosterone levels. And we all ignore this. And
Right.
I think that,
I definitely agree with that.
you know, you and I have a lot of celebrity friends in this industry too that are probably like too vain to go in and get checked for this
Right.
stuff, and they're moody.
Well, I think a lot of people too, they just rather not know, which is scary.
Yeah, until
But
it's too late,
Until
right?
it's too late. And I think that's a lot of people think that way. And it's
But
clearly
if
the
you
wrong
can
way to
make
think,
it
but-
fun and go into this clinic, the Life Science Health Clinic is right there, right across from Archie's, where it's Thai. We've got the Starbucks there. It's right next to Light.
We should get all the Light Group
headquarters.
people to go in there.
Yes, I am.
Absolutely.
So everyone, you get a free B12 shot. Call 702-518-4424. You've got to check out this clinic. Also, too, it's allergy season. It is allergy season. For $30, they can give you the shot, and then you're going to be good to go for 4 or 5 months. Unbelievable. Right?
Yeah, he was just in there for a second and dopped again.
It's got to be the reception.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't know what's
well.
going on here.
You still have us. We're here. I'm just going to act like hello, what else can I say about this amazing company? I didn't get the allergy shot because I am blessed that way, but I'm doing the testosterone. The fillers are magnificent. I'm on the stem cells right now, which I'm really excited about with the duck embryonic stem cells. And I've got more energy than ever because will you go in there with me while you're
will.
here?
I will.
Get the B12. Get the B12. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt.
I've had it, yeah. I've had
in
it
my
before.
butt.
Yeah.
I had bent over, and I think we're too
I
far
saw
away.
the picture on Facebook.
Yeah.
I know. Well, I have to say.
Yeah, she did. I saw
I
that
seen it
too. I was like,
posted.
is this her butt?
That's what I thought. I thought, is that her ass?
She is crazy.
It didn't show the crack, and I read legally that
I thought that was that. But I was like,
I've gotten enough things on Facebook that I didn't need to really show. I know it's legal or not because I can't prosecute the guy that keeps selling, the penis pics that I'm getting every day. Stop with the penis pics, Facebook people, please. But I did get the B12 shot there, and I'm saying it's been a few days right now, and it's unbelievable. Now, you're supposed to get a testosterone shot in B12 like once a week, 6 or 7 days.
it's like the fountain of youth over there.
It really is.
Literally.
Look at me. Feel me. You know me more than anyone. I know.
This especially.
Yeah.
It's all nice and tight right here.
For
That's
those
what
that are
she
listening
said.
on iTunes, her hands are above the desk. And keeping it G-rated for the kids here. No. So testosterone injections, very inexpensive. That could really change not only your sex life, but it helps with your fatigue, your fat, your overall mood. When you feel good and you look good, you're doing good.
Right.
And
Exactly.
our industry, we don't get to see either it's too much sun or it's not enough sleep or something, especially now with pool season and nightlife and everything put together like that. With you, Missy, on the go, you need that extra little help, especially when you're like dodging all those snowstorms
Oh, God.
in New York
Well, we
City.
just hibernate in New York. That's what we do, unfortunately.
And then she comes here to dethaw.
Dethaw. Absolutely.
Are we still on? She keeps moving back out.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Oh.
she's still kind of in there. Yeah,
Oh,
she's
sorry.
fine.
I keep forgetting.
I'm like, there's one rule. You got to sit on my lap.
Grab her, pull her in.
You're like, sorry, I keep forgetting.
So, what are your next plans for the It Girl Vegas? Or It Girl? See, I'm not even saying It Girl
Girl
NYC.
Vegas.
That just came naturally.
So
rolling off
the
my
end all
lips.
be all goal would be, once I'm up and going and have a business model in place in New York, would be to do Vegas It Girl, Miami It Girl, Chicago It Girl, and kind of run with that. But that's thinking big, like we should.
Always
Always thinking big.
shoot for the moon, land on the stars.
Exactly. But I don't have any events coming up too recent. But the SALT conference, definitely great networking there. And I'm just building my Rolodex, and it just keeps growing, which is great. My network is my net worth.
Yes. Noah just said that last week on here too.
And
That's
it's
my favorite quote.
So true.
Your network is only big as your net worth is only big as your network.
Your net worth. Oh,
Net worth.
oh. Something like that. But it's what we do.
The bulge in your pocket is only as big as your wallet that's right next to it. So what do you think about this life science? I'm definitely jumping all in with my feet. We live such a crazy lifestyle that our energy really people depend on our energy.
Right.
And like what you're saying with networking. And I'm doing it. And I've never felt better. I mean, you've known me all these years.
Right.
I know I'm looking good.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. And that dating online thing. Oh, God. Update. Online dating. Where do we begin?
And how's that going?
Well, it's funny you asked, George. Online dating. Stop with the penis pics. Please, please, please.
How many of those do you get? Like from everybody that's out there, or?
Enough. Did you see my post, by the way, everyone? You can follow me with Tiffany Masters on Twitter, Tiffany Masters LV on Instagram. We've got
Shannon Kelly on Twitter at twitter.com/ShannonKelly926 or Instagram at the NYC It Girl LLC.
So that's where we're at with that. Now, the reason why I'm bringing up those social medias, there are two things that are online dating that connect to your social media, so you can tell if they're catfish.
Oh, so you can find out ahead of time, man.
Yes. So I went on Zoosk, not a happy camper. At first I was in the beginning because there's a lot. I don't know so much about it now. And then OkCupid, I still kind of like it because you have to answer 500 questions, and it rates you with your percentage of how much you are alike sexually or not. Or do you believe in burning the flag or not? How many kids do you have? Do you want to be with somebody? Like, you really, really have to go through all that. I pay for that one. I pay for Zoosk. I paid for Match. I got late on Match. Not so much on the others.
What is the difference between Tinder, Zoosk, Match.com? I mean, what's the difference between all these sites?
Well,
They're all technically the same thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. Hold on one second. Hold on. We're going to say waking up in Vegas here. I'm going to put this up there. The difference is how fast you can roll through the numbers.
Do you find a lot of people on different social networks kind of jumping from one to the next? Have you ran into a lot of
yes.
that?
I have ran into it with when it had Zoosk and what is it? Zoosk, Facebook, and Tinder. Those that are on Tinder are on obviously Facebook because they're linked together, and that's how I had signed up. And I think that I think my favorite is definitely Tinder. Yet to meet one.
I can't comment because I've never.
So Tinder, you pull up your cell phone, and it gives you one photo, and it's an X or a heart. And if you X, and if you heart, and somebody hearted you, and then your heart together, it'll go, you match, do you want to talk? Well, you've already interviewed by looks. Score.
What is the app where it's kind of like, it's like GPS on where the person
is? Yes, that's Tinder. This is what's really creepy. Okay,
so it's kind of like they're down.
So Tracy Lee and I were out the other night, and we're getting the same guys on our phone. We're like cracking up. We're at like Tacos and Beer, by the way. Plug to Tacos and Beer, where Firefly used to be on Paradise and Flamingo.
Flamingo, yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. And they've got like $2 something tacos for happy hour.
Wow.
Inexpensive, really delicious flavor food. Oh, I loved it. Anyway, we're sitting there chopping on tacos before the HCG, by the way, yeah. And going through, just for the record. And we're going through and we're doing the X heart. And it's funny because I knew a lot of the people on there.
Oh, God.
Most of them are in our nightlife. So, when they're up there at the host stand and they act like they're working, they're totally dating. They're sitting there dating like I was eating tacos with Tracy. But it's great because, we're human beings.
Right.
And just like you said, when you and I travel the world, you're like, no, we didn't meet any good-looking guys.
But I think we were so focused on just doing our own venture. That
Elephant rides, ping pong shows. Eating the octopus in grease.
Ping pong shows.
What kind of ping pong shows?
We never did get to see the ping pong, by the way.
Okay.
Well, she was dropping them out of her
No, those were eggs.
Oh, eggs.
See, that's what I thought.
There was darts. There was eggs.
We actually had someone in here shoot the darts.
She shot the darts.
She did.
There was a smoking cigarette. Literally,
Wow.
she smoked
I forgot
cigarette.
about that.
I mean,
I'll never forget all the dun 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 dun, the rainbow.
ribbon.
unlimited.
Everybody should go to Thailand. Definitely. It's a hell of an experience.
One night in Bangkok is so true.
So true.
So true. It was good times. What was your favorite out of all of our LasVegasBucketList.com trips?
What was our favorite? I think I'm gonna have to say like Bali.
Me too. Got the tattoo to prove it.
Bali.
And we were only there for a night.
I think 2 or 3.
Nuh-uh.
We
were there for 2 nights.
We almost killed ourselves several times. But also, mushrooms are legal.
They're
in
legal
Bali.
in Bali.
Wow.
And
They are.
shakes. They come in nice little shakes.
And you're able to pick out how many you want, and they grind them up in a nice shake for you. And
Not
drink
like
it.
we knew how many we needed.
Do they have McDonald's there and they put them with the shamrock shakes too? Or
You would actually.
It
no,
was definitely
they did
like
have McDonald's.
Shamrocky.
They
did?
It was
in Bali?
disgusting. No.
Oh, God. Yeah, because
in
Shannon
Thailand.
is not one to go eat in foreign countries.
Just in Thailand, it was just so disgusting.
I don't blame you.
Singapore, though, you wouldn't.
Singapore, I ate. We ate, but the food just
Well,
was not
Singapore, we're
amazing.
also staying at the
Terrible.
Marina Bay
Yeah.
Sands.
5-star hotel.
In the world. So, of course, we ate there.
We ate.
But she's not really one to adventure with, the Singapore noodles and the street vendors and the...
Living in New York and seeing now, like, they scarred me. Those hot dog stands and the street vendors, like, before I... Coming to New York as
one
a
of the
tourist,
worst places to eat is the street vendor in New York.
I wouldn't. It makes me sick when I walk by and just smell it. Like it's so skeevy and.
And I bet you just miss all of our chefs in Vegas.
Yes,
just
the
everyone,
luxury life.
hashtag bring Shannon home.
Oh. I do miss it, and I miss you.
I miss you too. Oh my God. It's so much love. Well, one of my favorite times traveling with you, I missed you in Spain because we kind of split up and you went off one thing. We have LasVegasBucketList.com, so if you go to that website, you'll get to see a lot of our adventures and our films. Did you see what I posted up with Miami
No.
lately?
Pics.
You saw
I
the
saw
one.
pics. I saw the pics.
Yeah. Well, I'm now publishing the history of Las Vegas nightlife for 15 years that we've been here and done this, and we're in the middle of publishing this together
you
with
just
Light Group.
celebrated that not that long ago.
Yeah, we're writing a magazine.
Right,
This will
the
be
magazine
different.
part.
It's
Okay.
a book. But I'm going through old photos, and of course, she's popping up everywhere. Thailand has got to be one of my favorites. Getting us lost in China at the world's biggest Buddha and being 13 hours late for our flight home to America. My fault.
You got lost around a big Buddha?
That's a memory too, I would say. I kind of screwed up on that one. Definitely the ping pong, or not the ping pong, the darts and the balloons. That was great. But Miami. I think Miami is one of the best memories. And oh Jesus, Shannon, hold on. How can we even compare? So it was 2 years. Has it been 2 years? 2 years ago, we went trucking through on Labor Day. Our road trip from Malibu, California. I left to pick her up here in Vegas, and we took an SUV and a U-Haul and went across the country.
Thelma and Louise style, 100%.
When we had we sat down with Robin Leach and mapped it out on a map of the cities we can't miss. Starting off with a helicopter tour in Sedona, and we went all the way through Honky Tonk Row in Memphis and Graceland
Nashville, Georgia,
Savannah,
Savannah,
Forrest Gump,
North Carolina. I know we sat in the parks, North Carolina, South Carolina, and then we came up. That's another amazing experience.
Yeah, we just can't stop. That's a whole show within itself with LasVegasBucketList.com. You'll get more on that. Are we back with Zishan?
I do believe so.
Yes, we are.
Hi.
I don't know what happened there.
Well, we had a little lunch break with the girls here and talking about our experiences around. To wrap things up, I know that you're giving something very, very, very special to us in the industry and the locals. A special price on HCG, on Botox, complimentary B12s on Wednesdays, hump day, to get us over our week into getting ready to go hustle that weekend from Thursday through Sunday. Now pool season, What do you have for us?
Well, on the HCG, the 24-day program, we can definitely get the people that are referred through the show as like a show special. We can do it for $249 for the 24-day, which is about $100 off the normal price. So
Wow.
yeah, that's huge.
What did you pay, Shannon?
Go ahead.
$700.
Yeah, that's back when it first came out. I remember that. $700 Shannon paid, and
For
we're
like
getting
a-
it for $249.
Yeah, that's
And then with the Botox, you know, we will definitely, depending on the needs, we're gonna make sure that we beat anybody out there. We will try to get it at, for people that, you know, like again, for the industry people, the people that are in the show, we are gonna try and get it at about $7.50 to $8 a unit, which is pretty dirt cheap considering it goes for about 10 to 12 everywhere else. So, and then with the first time customers that come in, we can do a buy one get one free dermal filler. Syringe.
wow.
So that's pretty much, yeah, that's like a $400 deal. So $400 or $500 deal, yeah, it's pretty insane. So yeah, we're definitely hooking you guys up big time. So come on in and enjoy.
Thank you so much. Now, when are you going to be coming back here to visit us here? I'd like to do a seminar with you to talk to everyone about libido, and because I have a women's group that meets once a month. There's 1,900 of us locals that I'm sure that will be interested in getting together with you on a day or two to sit and learn more about. You know, why do we need a pap smear once a year? What can we go in and, I hate to say it, but do like an STD party where it's an all-girls group and we can sit around and learn more about libido, bring in a sex therapist, learn that there are more than just 2 types of orgasms. There's controversy of 11 to 14, and to learn more from you and the services that you can help us get to what we need to achieve.
Absolutely. I mean, we'll set a group of women, so I'll be there tomorrow.
Are things lonely up there while you're getting your board license, huh?
Yeah. Well, my boards are coming up on June 6th, and I'm traveling to do. After that, I'll be back permanently in Vegas, June, or back and forth from Dallas and Vegas.
Well, I think we should have a cabana pool party and celebrate some HCG and Botox Day. Have a Botox party.
God, I miss Vegas.
Yeah, the Botox parties I think are a great idea. We actually do those right now on Sundays, and we kind of reserve a block, and then, you know, pamper you guys. You know, if you guys want some food catered, like, you know, if we have a nice group of women or males, actually, you know, to tell you the truth. I mean, we get a lot of males that, like, you know, I mean, preventative now. It's not just for good looks. It's to, you know, keep you looking younger. So, yeah, we do these little parties where we cater and we bring in, you know, all the fancy, you know, we can't do alcohol obviously, but, you know, we bring all
Shannon
fancy
asked
drinks and
me.
all that good stuff.
Shannon asked me a question. When are you supposed to start doing Botox? What age? Because it's preventative. You just said the words preventative.
Right.
So before you get the lines where you have to have a filler.
There's no age. I think it's when you start showing. I mean, if you're already starting to get wrinkles and you're in your early 20s, you know, if you're starting to get the crow's feet or you're trying, you know, the frowns, we would, you know, we could start you that early. There's no really age limit. It's more based on what you look and feel and how, you know, you don't want to progress at a certain rate. So it's up to you mostly.
Interesting. Yeah, I haven't done it yet, and I'll be 30. But like you said, I don't feel like I need it yet. So, but I don't know if I'm just telling myself that or if I'm just trying to save money. I'm not sure. But I'm definitely going to, something I definitely will look into.
You don't need it yet. How do you test wrinkles? I know with your boobs, you do the pencil test. How do you test wrinkles in your face? See, Sean. Is it when you smile and you look Chinese, or what is that?
Exactly. You kind of, when you frown, when you smile, when you squint, these are the type, when you frown, these are the actions that we make you do when you come in to get an idea of where your trouble zones are.
Trouble zones. We're looking for trouble zones.
Probably like T-zones or something.
The T-zone. Yeah. Mine are jowls when she gets to a certain age. Maybe I just need to have more action around my face and I won't have so much stillness around my cheeks. Possibly I need to smile more. Right? Well, thank you so much for calling in today. And I'm now on social media about to blast this out. And I'm going to put this archive on things and thank you so much to your nurse, Terry. She really did fill my cheeks up right here. That was a perverted joke. But we had filler right here on my cheeks that have absolutely lifted my jowls. Jowels. Is that correct?
Correct.
Jowls that lifted them up. So perverted joke about filling in my cheeks, but she did. And now look, they're lifted up. So I don't look like the droopy dog like on the cartoon anymore right here. There's so many different things. I had my nose broken, y'all, and a little pinch can actually solve that. A scar. There's things that people don't think of. They just think that the fillers would just do your lips, No.
Right.
There's so many other places that you can put it. Circles under your eyes and much, much more. Thank you so much. We have Life Science Health Center featured today, and we really appreciate you calling in, and you'll hear much, much more about them. Thank you, Zishan, for calling in today. Sorry about all the internet problems. And Shannon Kelly, it's a pleasher. I can't
Oh,
wait.
finally we get to do this.
I know.
Thank you for having me.
And we looked at each other today.
I feel like we talked about this, we dreamed about it, and here you are.
Bucket into
You're
it.
doing it.
Believe
I'm so
it.
proud of you.
And achieve it. And we're still going to do that little dream board session together,
Vision
right?
boards, yes. I'm
Vision
in
boards.
desperate need of that. The NYC It girl
Well,
is in
you gotta-
desperate need of it.
Well, you got to know what you want and then go for it.
Right.
So
So
by
put it in
doing
the
a
universe,
vision
like you were
board,
saying.
yeah. So what's your next step with It Girl? When are you going to be back out here again?
Probably next month.
And what is the new name of your website coming out so we can
It's
watch
going
for
to
this?
be www.nycitgirl.com. Yay! So coming soon.
And she has worked very, very hard on it. So I know a lot of you are personal friends with hers, and you have all of our support. We love you so, so much.
Thank you.
And you've woken up with me all over the world, but
I
thanks
have.
for waking up with me in Vegas today, all right? Thank you so
Anytime.
much for tuning in, everyone.
Bye.
See you next week.